And small materials react very quickly to the external stimuli in a specific manner, and the change in the material can also be reversible. Okay, that means if you remove that external stimuli, the materials will come back to the original, geometry or the position. Okay, and yeah, if you see the types of smart materials, like we have plenty of types, like a piezoelectric materials, which is nothing but it produces a voltage when you apply the mechanical stress to the material, and it is vice versa. Okay, when you apply the the electrical field or the electrical current, what will happen? The material will start to extend, or they changes in the mechanical dimensions of your materials. Okay, that is called piezoelectric materials, and we do have a shape memory alloys or the shape memory polymers. Okay, which are the materials in which a very large deformation can be induced and recovered through the changes in the temperature or the changes in the stress or the pseudo elasticity. Okay, and this shape memory effect results due to the because of these phase changes. Okay, from monoclinic phase changes into the other phases. Okay, and likewise we have electroactive polymers and photovoltaic materials, etc. And yeah, optoelectronics, which converts lights into electrical current. Okay, and electroactive polymers actually it changes their specific volume when you apply the voltage or the electrical fields into that. Okay, and magnetostrictive materials, which you have seen already in the biosensor, which exhibit a change in the shape when under the influence of magnetic field, and also it exhibits a change in magnetization under the influence of mechanical stresses. Okay? So yeah, we have magnetic shape memory alloys. That means the materials do undergo shape memory properties when you apply the magnetic field. Okay, and pH responsive polymers or the temperature responsive polymers, which we have seen in the drug delivery. Okay, you have materials and you can load the drugs, and if your materials or the polymer has a pH sensitive, you slightly change the pH of your polymers. Okay, so that the phase, the geometry or the structure will change. Once the structure is collapsed, then the drugs will start to release. And the same case for the temperature responsive. Okay, so this you can see one of the examples, like we have three different examples of polymer-based shape memory materials or the smart materials, and kind of the application is soft robotics. Okay, you can see here it's a kind of hydrogels. Okay, they have hydrogel was prepared by using two different bilayer hydrogels. Okay, and which are made up of acrylic-based copolymers, and the reinforcement was nanoclay, laponite-based nanoclay. Okay? And the strip was prepared, and which was experimented in a temperature at different temperatures. With the help of water. Okay. So the left, the figure A, this was the experiment was performed at 24 degrees Celsius. Okay. At a different time interval, they have seen how the shape is changing in the water media. Okay. So once it reaches the, the 60 minutes and above, you can see the strips changes is converting into the semicircle. And if you increase the temperature slightly above the room temperature, kind of 40 degrees Celsius, you can see the kind of straight strips is converted, transformed into the completely circle format. Okay. And of course, when you, take out the samples or the hydrogels from the water media, and if you bring it to room temperature, they will come back to the original position of the geometry. Okay? And the second one shows some the examples for, collapsing and releasing the ring object upon changing the pH and temperature of the hydrogel, sample. Okay. So you can see here, this is temperature 22 and this is temperature 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. And you can see here, like with the help of changes in the pH from 2 to 12, okay, and over the period of time, You can see how nicely the hydrogel is grasping the object as well as as well as how it is releasing when you change the pH from acid to base. Okay. And the same cases, even in the high temperature is also like within 55 minutes, it can release the object when you change the temperature from 60 degrees to 22 degrees Celsius. Okay. I mean, this is temperature responsive as well as pH responsive based hydrogel. Okay. And this is again shows some of the shape memory, smart materials. You can see they have fabricated the butterfly-based 3D printed construct, and then they have seen the optical properties of the shape memory material. Okay, you can see how the optical property, the optical glossiness is changing once you heat the samples and once you cool down the samples. Okay, and relatively they have measured the percentage transmittance of the sample. Once they increase the temperature, of course, the transmittance is pretty high because you can see the transparency efficiency. And once you cool down again, the transparency has reduced. The percentage transmittancy, okay, which was more prominent for the nanocomposite sample. You can see here. So yeah, these are the few applications of the polymer-based shape memory material of the polymers, which are widely used for different applications. And we do have a metal-based alloys, which are widely used for different types of applications, like a spring. One of the best example is spring, and then the spectacle frames. Okay, so you might have realized the spectacle frames. You have been using it for a number of times. Okay, so still the frame has retaining those properties because of this shape memory. Properties. Okay. So metals do exhibit pseudo elasticity and the pseudo memory effect. And the basic principle behind shape memory alloys is that the solid state phase changes occurs in these materials. The phase changes are between the austenite and martensite. Okay. And mainly, if you see the types of alloys which are mainly used for shape memory applications are nickel titanium and the combination of copper, zinc, aluminum, as well as nickel combinations. Okay. And of course, this shape memory alloys can also be used for, tissue engineering purpose for manufacturing bone plates, etc. Because with the help of those mechanical shear, the shape can be adjusted. As a result, it can be more dynamic, mechanical, properties. And as a result, it can be flexible as well, and it will not induce any kind of harms to other tissues and organs. Okay. And the muscle wires that can mimic human movement as well. Okay. And then we have a smart gels. Okay. Gels means again the same hydrogel. Okay. So since we have seen here only the temperature and the pH responsive one, so there are other gels where it can be used to be used for with the help of this other simulation like a light, magnetic, and electrical and mechanical. Okay. The smart gel is a material which expand on contact in response to the external stimuli. Okay, and which consisting of fluid that exists in a matrix of polymers, which is called hydrogel actually. In fact, we have seen some of the examples for cancer therapy with the help of laser light, how they release the drug, etc. So that is also one of the example, and as well as the magnetic field actually. So if you see the applications, of course, they are widely used for drug delivery at the desired, targeted area. And if you want to do the organ replacement also, you can do, okay? Because with the help of 3D bioprinting technology, you can, print those organs using desired hydrogels, okay, along with the drugs, etc. And that can be, crossed-linked with the help of light or any other mechanical stress, okay? And then, yeah, if you, want to treat that any kind of, damaged tissue or the organ, you can go with the drug-loaded 3D printed tissue fabrication. And soft robotics also can be used to do some surgery, just like here. Like you can, fabricate small size of those, robots, and which has the drugs, etc. this with the help of external stimuli, I mean, it can be taken it into your, I mean, specific part of your body or the tissue or the organ. And then with the help of those external, I mean, stimulation like changes of pH, etc., you can release those drugs, and basically those processes called soft robotics, because uh, taking those small, I mean, kind of, I mean, parts of the drug embedded scaffold into that specific targeted area is pretty tough. But this soft robotics can do that job very nicely. Okay. Yeah, these are the few examples of smart materials in various types of applications. And yeah, few more parts are, I mean, few more portions are left over in your syllabus. So that I'll cover it in the next class. And next class will be the last class. So would you like to take it tomorrow or Monday? Or you can complete it tomorrow also if you are fine. So I'll explain the next class about the high temperature alloys which are used for different engineering purposes. So we'll meet tomorrow then, and we'll complete the course. Huh?